Hi to everyone. In this video, we are going to see about choice of specific electric and magnetic loadings. Okay, before going to choice of specific electric loading and magnetic loading, what is specific magnetic loading? What is specific electric loading? We should know. Okay, before going to specific loadings, we should know total loading, total magnetic loading and total electrical loadings. Okay, in this video, first, okay, choice of specific electric and magnetic loadings. The total flux around the armature or stator periphery at the air gap is called the total magnetic loading. Okay, so in that armature we have the air gap between stator and rotor. Okay, so there in that place that magnetic flux magnetic will be present. Okay, when we give the supply to the motor, the magnetic flux will be generated, that will be present between that air gap of stator and rotor. That is called total magnetic loading. The total flux around the armature or stator periphery at the air gap is called the total magnetic loading. Okay, so total magnetic loading is nothing but that magnetic property will be present over the armature. Okay, so second one, the average flux density over the air gap of rotating magnet machine is called specific magnetic loading. Okay, p by pi dl. Okay, so the average flux density, this average flux density in a particular area. Okay, so the average flux density over the air gap of rotating machine is called specific magnetic loading. Okay, so we know now total flux around the armature is nothing but total magnetic loading, and the average flux density over the air gap of rotating machine is called specific magnetic loading. Okay, so in this why we should go for a specific magnetic loading, how it should be a maximum or it should be minimum, like that, what should be for the particular machine, the things we are going to see. Okay, so when we go for a high value of a specific magnetic loading, what will happen? Okay, let's see. So following the factors which influence the performance of the machines. Iron loss, a higher value of flux density in the air gap leads to higher value of flux in the iron parts of the machine, which results in increased iron losses and reduced efficiency. Okay, so it means if you go for a high value of flux density in a particular area, okay, so there we need the high value of magnetic property or that iron parts. So iron losses will be very high. So higher value of flux density in the air gap leads to higher value of flux in the iron parts of the machine, which results in increased iron losses and reduced efficiency. So we should not go for very high value of specific magnetic loading also. We should not go for very less value of specific magnetic loading also, because when you go for very less specific magnetic loading, what will happen, the size of the machine will be increased. So we should not go for a very less specific magnetic loading also. The second point, based on voltage, when the machine is designed for higher voltage, specific space occupied by the insulation becomes more, thus making the teeth smaller and hence higher flux density in teeth and core. Okay, so voltage, if you go for high value of voltage, what will happen? When we go for high voltage, then that time we should go for high insulation's presence in that particular machine. Okay, so when the high insulation presence, so that teeth size will be reduced. Okay, then transient short circuit current, a higher value of gap density results in decrease in leakage reactance and hence increased value of armature current under short circuit condition. Okay, so transient short circuit current, a higher value of gap density results in decrease in leakage reactance. Okay, leakage reactance value will be reduced and hence increased value of armature current under short circuit condition. Okay, fourth one, stability. Okay, the maximum power output of a machine under steady state condition is indirectly proportional to synchronization reactance. if higher value of flux density is used, it leads to smaller number of turns per phase in armature winding. Okay, this results in reduced value of leakage reactance and hence increased value of power and hence increased steady state stability. When you go for high value of specific magnetic loading, then the leakage reactance value will be reduced. At the same time, the increased value of power and hence increased steady state stability. The stability of the machine will increase. Okay, fifth one, parallel operation. The satisfactory parallel operation of synchronous generators depends on synchronizing power. Higher the synchronizing power, higher will be the ability of the machine to operate in synchronization. The synchronizing power is inversely proportional to the synchronous reactance, and hence machines designed with higher value of air gap flux density will have better ability to operate in parallel operations with other machines. So if you go for higher value of specific magnetic loading, we have advantage also, we have disadvantage also. Okay, parallel operation and stability, that things will be increased when you go for high value of uh, specific magnetic loading. Okay, now we come for specific electric loading. Okay, the total number of ampere conductors around the armature periphery is called the total electrical loading. Okay, the total number of ampere conductors around the armature periphery is called the total electrical loading. Okay, the number of armature ampere conductors per meter of armature periphery at the air gap is called specific electric loading. Okay, so specific electric loading per meter. Okay, but total electrical loading is nothing but armature conductor around the armature. Okay, the ampere conductors around the armature. Okay, this also having some advantage as well as disadvantage. In which way we have to choose the specific electric loading. Let's see, copper loss. Higher the value of Q, larger will be the number of armature of the conductors, which results in higher copper loss. This will result in higher temperature rise and reduction in efficiency. When you go for a high value of high value of current in a particular ampere conductors per meter, no, so ampere conductor per meter is nothing but specific electric loading. So per meter, if you apply more current, the heat will be generated will be more. When the heat will be generated more means the losses will be present in that particular machines or in the particular area will be high. Okay, second one, voltage. A higher value of Q is nothing but specific electric loading. Okay, the higher value of Q can be used for low voltage machines since the space required for the installation will be smaller. Okay, because the Q value will be less when you have small machines. So there we can go for higher value of Q value. Okay, so third one, synchronous reactance. The higher value of Q leads to higher value of leakage reactance and armature reactance, and hence higher value of synchronous reactance. Such machines will have poor voltage regulations. So if you go for high value of specific electric loading, the regulations of the system or regulation of the machine will be reduced. Lower value of current under short circuit conditions and low value of steady state stability under limits conditions and low value of steady state stability limits and small value of synchronizing power. Okay, so synchronous reactance or the synchronous reactance will be more when you go for high value of what we call the specific electric loading. Stay load losses. When with increase of Q, stay load losses will increase. Okay, values of specific magnetic loading and specific electric loading can be selected from design data handbook for salient and non-salient pole machines. Okay, separation of D and L. Inner diameter and gross length of the stator can be calculated from D square L product obtained from the output equation. To separate the suitable relation of the assumed between D and L depending upon the types of generators or motors. Salient pole machines. In case of salient pole machines, either round or rectangular pole constructions are used. In the types of machines, the diameter of the machines will be quite larger than the axial length. So we should not go for a high value of specific electric loading as well as high value of specific magnetic loading. At the same time, we should not go for less value of specific electric loading and specific magnetic loading also. So thank you.